Do me a favor. Imagine this is you, okay? And I'm going to help you construct your identity. Wow. Guess what? You're being played! Alright, welcome to a very, very basic introduction to the culture industry. You have two players here. You have the Pied Piper playing the producer, and secondly, you. And my oh my, does he have an attractive tune. So, the culture industry. Our two main philosophers who wrote this lovely piece came from the Frankfurt School, which was a school of social theory and philosophy. It was founded in between World War I and World War II. So the two theories we are going to be focusing on are Max Horkheimer and Theodore Adorno. And these two wrote a very interesting piece called Enlightenment as Mass Deception. This is Max. This is Theo. You know, they became really good buds for this paper. So these two hopped on a boat, I don't know, could have been a plane, and they headed over to America. Land of the free, home of the brave, and a nation full of propaganda. The farther you dig into their paper, the more you realize, what is individual is no more than the generality's power to stamp the accidental detail so firmly that it is accepted as such. So, what they're trying to get at in this point is that people have become passive. The culture industry creates a mass audience that is passive, that is accepting, and that will let this formula be repeated. So, these two found that in American media, there was a basic formula that was just being recycled over and over. To get a basic understanding, it's important to distinguish high culture and low culture. The commodification of so many different items has made true bourgeois culture apparently redundant. And also, classism is very, very prominent in their work. Adorno and Horkheimer promote an ideal culture in which they kind of project themselves into.
Darling, you really shouldn't have missed the opera. It was simply sublime. Look at this lovely work I picked up for you. I think it's a classic.
Oh my god, the club was so crazy last night. I had to borrow my bestie's Uggs. Anyway, so I found out that Jenny ordered me some tickets to go see Pitbull in concert, and I'm like, yeah, totally. I'm gonna get crunk.
Adorno and Horkheimer see mass culture as low culture, and basically the Comic Sans of the world. If technology is a commodity, would that not make movies commodities as well? Alright, let's run with this. So, what Theo and Max kind of realized was that this basic boring old formula was being recycled and reused. An example of this would be your classic superhero movie. They take the stereotype, they package it, and they sell it as a commodity. And they repeat it because it succeeds. And therefore the consumer also knows what to expect. the next time they watch a superhero movie.
Culture is so totally homogenized now. Hashtag basic.
Culture is just an assembly line of sameness. And what we do is consume it. Yum. What? You don't think I'm original? You think I'm part of the crowd? That I'm packaged the same? Well, I'm offended. See, now look what society made me do. Are you happy? Am I original now? Is this authentic enough for you, Max and Thea? I think what they meant, little peep. But I can't hear you. I think what Adorno and Horkheimer were trying to get at is that the messages being disseminated by the media are stamped with sameness. They're kind of the same. Can you speak up? I can't hear you. We crave community, we yearn for connection. We feel comfort when buying into the claims made by producers, though we realize it's only a temporary fix for a long-term problem. Regressive consumption. Regressive consumption can only work if the audience is passive, and the producers maintain control of the behavior and the marketplace. Regressive consumption is a relationship that is based off of manipulation. Advertising companies disseminate messages with generic ideologies that claim to help us. Adorno and Horkheimer work to enlighten us, but with an air of superiority. And that's also where I disagree. Do I think art is over? Absolutely not. That is why it is very, very important that you look at context and that you understand where the writers are coming from at a specific time, at a specific place, and where they were in their lives. Be objective, be reflexive, notice when these repetitive formulas are being used. Spend leisure time consuming knowledge. Become aware of the media which surround you and prove these theorists wrong. Don't let the story of the Pied Piper be a reflection of society. I think we should give more credit to the people, to you. And to sum it all up, they say we are stamped with sameness.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one. And another one. We in this. We loyal. To capitalism.